How do, everybody? Welcome to the Grumpy Vloggers Show. I hope everybody that lives here in the States had a wonderful 4th of July weekend, and I hope it was a safe one. I got a lot of stuff. I ain't got a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm going to talk about it like I usually do. I want to welcome everybody, but first off, I think I'm ready to bring in my co-host. Let's see if I can do this right. Press this button here. Nothing happens. Press this button here. Whoops, let's do this. Let's try that. Aha, there we go. Let me bring his audio in. All right. Hey, Mel, how you doing?
Howdy, Lloyd. I'm doing just fine.
Good. Little housekeeping.
Audio sounds good on the output, just so you know.
Okay, excellent. So, okay.
Go there and sweep that floor, young man.
Yeah. All right, of course, welcome to my co-host, 400 AGL, Mel. And always good to have you on here. Peter DeMaestra. Jody, Drone Shots, Art Carlson from Artco Drone Solutions, another one of my co-hosts on Sundays, along with this gentleman here that I do Sunday evenings. And we have a fun time on Art's show. Jim, Help at Home, how you doing, buddy? Stream Elements, Streambot running Elements, I'm not sure. I checked your channel, I thought, I'm not running any bots. Because you guys all know how I get along with Greg's Nightbot. We have this love-hate, actually it's a hate-hate relationship. I love giving that thing a hard time.
Isn't it just a hate-hate?
Yeah. And let's see, we got Rick Halber, which I got something to say to Rick here in a few minutes. We got Nature's Beauty, NTFC,
Jody, you're losing your mind.
What? What'd Jody say now?
Jody thinks you're cutting the top of my head off. He don't know what he's talking about.
No, shouldn't be. No, it's. I might be cutting the top of the screen off. I did notice that, but wait a minute. No, nope. It's all looking good. Do what I did. You scroll back up because that's what I had to do. Anyways, we got Nature's Beauty back from the sky.
The top of the map.
Yeah. And yeah, I am cutting the top of that.
Fix that.
Yeah, you can lower that down behind you. NTFC Media, that's who I want to say hi to. Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk. And as I said, Rick Halber. Okay. I'm going to do this out of order real quick because this is something that needs to be taken care of right now. This is not my normal weekly shout out, but this is a special one today that I'm going to do real quick. And I'm just going to do it right here. And the reason I'm doing this is not my shout out of the week, but the reason I'm doing this is for Rick Halber because I owe him one. He did something very special for me, and I appreciate it. So that's a special shout out just for Rick. He's not the shout out of the week. It's just a special one. But anyways, I wanted to do that because I will show you why. The reason is, okay, I flew this week. Let me set this up. But I flew this week, or Thursday, and it was getting kind of dark, and I was having problems seeing my drone. So I thought, well, I didn't get to watch Ken's show, so I watched it on replay. I ordered one of those Lume Cube flashy things that you can see for 3 miles. Figure if a plane can see it, I can see it. So I ordered one, but then I noticed I got a notice from UPS. I had something come from Amazon. So I checked my Amazon. I thought, I didn't order that from Amazon. Ordered it from Lume Cube, but they have an Amazon shipping, so I still wasn't sure what was going on. But Anyways, I had to run up to get us something to eat. When I came back, there was a box sitting there from Amazon. I checked, the Loom Cube is coming through the post office. And I opened this box, and look what was in there.
What do you got there?
That is
Another mug?
Yes, and this is metal, a metal piece. Yeah, it's a hot and cold, lifetime guaranteed. Rick Halber put a note in it, and it said, I was just sitting here, and I saw this, and I thought, you could use another mug. So Rick sent that to me. I was beating my head against the wall trying to figure out who it was or what was coming in. So, Rick, thank you so much. That's a sweet mug. It's got the finger grips on the back right here to where you can hold on to it. This is an it's a metal placard. It's not, with the enameled paint on there.
It's like an overlay type.
Yeah, it's a piece of stainless with the enamel on it, and it's got the lid slides back. Matter of fact, the lid slides back. Oh, it's already open. So.
And to think, all he gave me was a DJI Osmo action camera, and you get a coffee mug. Go figure.
Go figure. I know. Rick, thank you so much. And I just want Jim to realize I still use his coffee cup all the time. So this is kind of guys I got that watch me, Mel. I'm very blessed. So
we all are, Lloyd. We all are.
And one other thing, I want people to take notice of my new set. Part of you guys saw that.
That's a pretty snazzy looking desk.
That's what I was going to talk about. See this desk, guys? Y'all mentioned a red, white, and blue desk that last time. This man right here, he and I sat up, and he sat there last night, and he made this desk for me, and I couldn't be happier. I'm just going to sit quietly in the corner after the names I got called last week at show. Yeah, he said some stuff, and I gave him an earful. That's Grant.
Did you now?
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I got on TeamSpeak, and what I said was unfiltered.
Oh, you turned the filters off, did you?
I did.
Well, your new desk looks pretty good.
It does. I'm very happy with it. And I just wanted to show you, Mel. I want to switch this to.
The backdrop looks good too.
Yeah, part of this is a different studio setup, and this is some graphics that I have that I'm able to get, and I just kind of liked it. It's the internet. It shows how we're all connected, especially here in the YouTube /drone community and vlogging community.
Yep.
So. But, done anything exciting since yesterday, Mel?
No, I'm working on a new video with the FPV drone stuff.
Okay.
Trying to fine tune that video I played last night.
Right.
So I'm working on that. About got it done.
Yeah. I got put together real short. What? Go ahead.
Well, finish, because I don't want you to forget you're old.
I know, I do. What I was going to say is, I did a video for my daughter-in-law. She's into doing yard work and cleaning and making the flower gardens and all that, frou-fra. And she belongs to one of these Facebook groups, and they share their plants and blah, blah. Anyways, it's too friggin' much work for me. But anyways, she asked me to take some video with the drone the other day. So I got some really nice overhead shots and brought it down and panned across everybody in the yard. Put it together, put a little music, and I don't have it on this machine, though. But I put that together for her, so that's what I did last night after we got off.
Well, I thought you were getting off with working on your desk because you were tired and going to bed. I didn't
was
know you
going
was going
to,
stay up
but
and edit
then
video.
well, but then Judy says, "Have you done that video for?"
I went
So-
to bed.
You went to bed. I wished I would have.
Yep.
I ended up.
Yep. I went
I
to
ended
bed.
up falling asleep this afternoon after I set all this up. I went in there to lay down to read and watch some YouTube, and yes, Steve. I was reading what Steve said. That was extremely nice of him to do that. Thank you, Steve, very much. Rick. Well, thank you, Steve, too, because Steve's done some nice stuff. Like
And
I said, I'm old.
Maybe Rick and Steve can type in chat some updates on the earthquakes out in Ridgecrest.
Yes,
Quite a
I
ways
meant
away
it.
from them.
Right.
It's a long ways away from Rick, but a little closer to Steve, just up the top of the hill, the other
Yeah.
side of L.A. there. So
Yeah, I hope.
Ridgecrest is out in the Tehachapi area.
Okay. All right. Naps are great. Oh yeah, yeah. I fell asleep, man, and I woke up at it's like about 5:30, 5:45, and I thought, oh crap, I got to go get us something to eat, and then come back in here and get ready for the show. So that's
Yep.
why I was. That's why
Well,
I wasn't actually in here.
I had a little bit of a activity today. I called that warranty place first thing this morning that I bought that warranty from.
Right.
And I asked him, I said, what exactly is the problem? Is it the brake parts or the engine parts or what? He said, no, we're good to go on the engine parts. He said, they just won't come off of that crazy list price for the brake parts. I said, well, there's two sides to that story. You could come off of your crazy list price for the brake parts too. I'm disgusted with both of you. I said, I paid $3,000 for a warranty that is supposed to fix my truck. And here I'm the one trying to figure out how it's going to get done. So then I called the dealer and I said, hey, I just got off the phone with the warranty people and they're going to do the motor work. They're going to cover that. So you need to get a hold of them and get that work done. And I want it done today, and I'll be there about 2 o'clock to get my truck, and I'm taking it out of your shop. Brakes or no brakes, I'll drive the damn thing home.
Yeah.
So on my way up there, I stopped at the other Chevy dealer. Oh, no, I stopped on the way back.
Right.
And made an appointment, take it in there first thing tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. They'd get a guy on it because they had a guy available, and they'd check out the brakes and see what's going on with those calipers and so forth.
Right.
And then he looks out the window. He says, oh, is that your truck? I said, yeah, why? He said, oh, I thought you had a regular 1500 or 2500. I said, no, that's a four-door dually sitting there. 1 ton. He says, man, I don't even have a lift that'll lift that truck. I said, well, that means you have to do it the old-fashioned way with a floor jack and jack stands, I guess. Not a problem, right?
Yeah, you'd think.
Well, maybe go over here and see this other guy and see if he can do it. And if he can't, let me know and we'll get you in. We'll figure it out. I'm like, figure it out? Really? I mean, I jacked the damn thing up, put a jack stand under it, and when I changed the brake pad in O'Reilly's parking lot, for Christ's sakes.
Well, yeah. What kind
So
of
now this
these
is
are
twice in a row that Chevy dealer has told me to take my truck to another shop.
really?
Yeah. So I got a feeling there might be a video in the future for that Chevy dealer.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Back from the Sky says he's been waiting 7
anyway.
weeks for a Takata airbag replacement. Yeah. Steve said just slow roll and shake here for about 45 seconds. No deaths, just minor injuries, but buildings, road damage is still under investigation. Okay, that answers that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yes, I
So-
did. I do need to thank Jim Wallace for this hat too, because
How many times?
I do get a lot of. Well, I mean, it's like with Jim Hightower, you know, it's this hat's got me a lot of recognition now. So, but anyways, moving right along. Yeah, I would rip them a new one. And,
That's for Jim.
there you go. There you go. But I do appreciate this desk. I did want to show you. Let's see if I can do this without. Let's see. Let me.
Back from the Sky says he's waiting on that airbag, and then they said, notice said he shouldn't have any front seat passengers. Seriously? Really?
How are you supposed
Yeah.
to drive from the back seat?
Well, you've heard of them back seat drivers, right?
Yeah, apparently. Yeah.
And there's Sonari. Hey,
hello,
Sonari, what's
Sonari.
your plans for tomorrow? What's your plans for tomorrow, Sonari? Hello, Chris Hope. Welcome. I didn't see
Yes.
you earlier.
No, well, he was at a ball game. He's slipping in to say hello. He called me earlier and said he
Oh.
would be at a ball game. So, but I did
I'll
want to
have
show
get
you.
with them coaches and change that ball game schedule.
Yeah, he really. Maybe I need to call him. Say, hey, you're interfering with my show. We need our guy on Sundays and Mondays. You know, any other time you can have
You're
Grandpa.
exactly right.
So I was going to show you what I did with the close-up shots. So,
Oh, they got beat 27.
and notice I'm still using
looks
your
good.
desk, but I did my best to bring that in, and
Looks good.
yeah.
Looks
So
real good.
I really like this desk. Yeah, I like the looks of it. So I like my whole set
Yeah,
right now.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I asked Sonari what her plans were for tomorrow. She said instead she's going to sleep in. Instead of 3:30, she'll get up at 3:45.
oh my God.
Hey, Sonari, I'm going to tell you what you're doing tomorrow. How's that? You're staying home. There's a package delivery that can't be left on the front porch,
Oh,
just
Yeah.
so you know. So I
Yeah,
took
thanks,
my
Jim.
truck. Oh, while I was at the Chevy dealer, I said, by the way, I said, I'm having a little trouble with the air conditioner on my car. I've added some Freon, but I don't know if I got too much or not enough or what. And I said, how much for you to, evacuate it down and recharge it with the proper amount of Freon?
right.
He said, $199.95. I said, okay, well, thank you much for telling me that. So while I was over at Billy's shop, dropping my truck off
Right.
at the other shop that they referred me to,
Right.
I asked them, I said, by the way, I said, what do you guys charge to, check and redo an air conditioner in a car? And they said, $89.95. I said, can I make an appointment for tomorrow? So yeah, so that I'll get my AC recharged and hopefully it'll start working correctly.
Yeah. Yeah.
In my car.
Okay.
But-
Man, it sounds like that first. Did you see what Grant put up there? He says, well, with all the issues you're having with Chevy, Mel, sounds like a silent message being sent to you. I can tell you the answer. Ford.
No, wait. No. The problem isn't with the Chevy. The problem is with
The Chevy
the problem
dealerships.
isn't with the Chevy.
It's
The
the
problem
dealership.
is with the dealership, and you'd have that problem with any dealership because they're all damn crooks. Just like
Well-
the local shop, $89.95 to recharge air conditioner. The dealership wanted $200. I mean, really, seriously,
Yeah.
give me a break
Yeah, I know.
here.
I know.
You know.
Dealerships are a ripoff.
It doesn't cost them any more to do it. Doesn't cost
No.
them any more to do that job than anybody else. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So,
Yeah.
well, without further ado, I do want to do the next segment here real quick while I'm thinking about it. I did that to Rick Halber because of the really fantastic cup that he sent me. And I was just blown away by that. But with that said and done, I am going to do my shout out of the week. And this is for a gentleman that does a lot for the community. He and I have had some great conversations. And
Well, thank you, Lloyd.
yeah, well, this week it's not you. One of these weeks you're going to be surprised. It's going to be you, and you're not going to know who it is. But, anyways, here is this week's.
I'm not eligible.
You'd be surprised someday. Anyways, here is the shout out of the week.
Here we go. Who is it?
It is
Steve Carpenter.
Steve Carpenter. Yeah, Steve's done so much. That's his logo. Steve does just so much for the community that I thought he deserved it too. And all of you really deserve a shout out, but I do one a week. This week was special because of the generosity of Rick Halver. And Steve does the same thing. I have a matter of fact, he and I were on a show here. Let me switch over here. Okay. Get back over here. We were on a show together, and they did the let me bring that up next. So, yeah, we had the same hats on. He has a hat just like mine because he also was an Air Force veteran. And but Steve, I wanted to thank you because you have done so much for the Air Force community, for the YouTube community, especially this small family that we've got here. And that's what we are. We're like family. You know, the difference is between this family and my regular family, I got to choose all these guys, or they chose me, you know. And I don't always get to choose my relatives.
Insinuating that the rest of them you're stuck with? Is that what you're trying to say?
My relatives? Yeah. Absolutely.
Well,
yeah.
Congratulations again, Steve.
Yeah, you definitely deserve that. So, yes, Peter Grant is in Adelaide, and he and I have known each other for 20 years. And if you've seen my Vegemite challenge, Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, is the, I use this term loosely, friend that sent me that tube of Vegemite. I don't know if you'd really call him a friend after that.
Hell, I would. That stuff's pretty good, Lloyd.
Actually, it's not bad.
Eat Vegemite now and then.
I had some on toast here the other day. I was wanting something. I just didn't know what I wanted. So I'm trying, Grant. I'm trying. He said, be nice. But yeah. So what's going to happen is when I get in that Loom Cube thing, I'm going to do an unboxing on it, do a video, and I'll give a review on here, because that was my biggest problem Thursday, was being able to see that drone, even in the daylight. Of course, it was getting on towards sunset when I first launched, and so it was like, all right, I need something to where I can see it. So I went ahead and, bit the bullet, and because to me, they just had the best reviews. I could have got something cheaper, but it would have taken 6 weeks from China, Yes, thank you, Steve Carpenter. Drone Spin Up, October 19th, 2019. There is the link Steve has put in there. And
be sure and get your Spin Up tickets and your hotel rooms reserved, folks.
Yeah, because next
really
month it
good
goes
deal.
up.
I'm going to tell you what. Those hotel rooms, Lloyd, they're like suites. They've got
That's
like
what
a
you were
bedroom
saying.
area with a queen bed and a living room area with a sleeper sofa, and
Right,
yeah,
right.
they actually um, 4 adults, 4 people, accommodate. That's the word I was looking for.
Accommodate,
They
yeah.
actually accommodate 4 people.
Oh, all right, all right. And, well, cool. Understand you're bunking with
So yeah,
somebody.
really nice rooms.
I
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
you're going to be bunking with somebody.
yeah. I invited Jim and Elise Crinan
By the way, Jim
to.
Crinan, if I didn't say hi to you, I saw you pop in, and I meant to say hi to you. So if I missed you, I apologize. I know I saw him pop in
Yes,
earlier.
he is in the chat, or he was.
Okay, he was. All right. Yeah, I probably forgot to say hi, and he thought, I can go somewhere else.
Now, Peter, you can be there. It just takes you a little longer to fly. A little longer
Yeah,
airplane ride.
yeah. Maybe well, if you get on a boat and you start now, you might make it in time.
Well, Lloyd, come on, he's not going to be in a rowboat.
Well, I was
Although
just,
that would be pretty free. That would be a
that
good
would
price.
cheap. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah, it'd be
inexpensive.
cheap.
Yeah.
Definitely be cheap. Yeah, rowboat.
Jim, he says he understands age and everything. If you can't laugh at yourself, somebody else will.
Well, there's people going to be broken heart by that.
What's
Interactive DNA says he's no longer going to be on YouTube. He did a video today saying goodbye,
really?
apparently.
I wonder why. Well,
Oh, I got something else too.
oh, tell me.
Last night I gave away that Zune Smooth Q gimbal.
Right?
And Claude was the winner. Remember? Hello?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I looked at the chat again. Claude was the winner. Have you heard from him?
Yes. I talked to him this morning while he was briefly on a live stream,
Right?
and he said, well, how about if I donate it to somebody just starting out or something that needs it? And I said, well, I think that's a great idea. I'm pretty sure your daughter will enjoy it. He was like, oh, yeah, I'll give it to my daughter. That's a great idea.
Duh. Takes a little while for the penny to drop with him, don't it? Yes, Brent. Nay did help a lot of us.
So
I
he
don't
got
know.
me his daughter's address, and on behalf of him, I'm going to send it to Dee.
All right, excellent. Yeah, because she's starting out. She could use that. I mean, you guys see my vlogs the ones I put out 3 or 4 days a week, and all I use is a phone right there.
That girl put out like 4 videos today, Lloyd.
Oh, you're kidding me. Well, I remember
No,
when I
she did
used to
like
do
4 or
that.
5 little short videos today.
So, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I've lost one of my earbuds. And see, I keep the spare one in there. I'm like some old lady with her tissues, That's where I keep my extra earphone.
We don't need to know anything about your cleavage, Lloyd. Okay.
Yeah, it's down there with my man boobs.
Jim, it's too early to tell. I'm going to try and get off the subject of Lloyd's man boobs, and we'll talk about that tiny hawk. I think it's going to be fun if I can get the hang of flying it, but I think I need a little more room than my crowded acreage here, because it was out of trim, so it was hard to control, and I was trying to get it trimmed, and then I got it trimmed about the time it started getting low on battery and went down, and I was over controlling it and everything else, and it's kind of interesting, but what was even more interesting is how I found it. because I was wearing the goggles when it went down in the trees and brush, right? I had no idea where it was. I had no clue. And I got 5 acres. I just was thinking, well, I guess I'll buy another tiny hawk, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well,
then
at
I
least
got
you
the
wouldn't have
right
to buy the
idea. I thought, well,
controller.
right. I'm recording this on the DVR and the Fat Shot goggles.
Right?
I'd never used it before. I didn't know if it even worked. So, yeah, I came in the house and grabbed the SD card out of the goggles and read the file and played the video and played the last 10 seconds and got a really good idea of where the drone went down, and I found it. It was pretty easy to find once I knew kind of where it was. But it still had enough juice that I could throttle the motors, and I
Right.
seen the bushes shaking.
Ah.
Yeah. So that's how I found
That's
it.
how you found it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Scenario says not only are we neighbors, but we have the same birthday month. What day of the month is yours, Sonari? That would be funny if
Hers
it's the
is the
same.
7th.
The 7th? Oh, mine's 20 days later. Mine's the 27th.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, man, you know, before I took the nap, and I forgot to write it down, I had some really great things I wanted to talk about tonight.
And you forgot them all already?
I forgot every single one of them. Yeah, pretty much. It's like, because I thought, I saw something and I thought, wow, that would be good to talk about on my show. And yeah, I forgot. I forgot to write it down.
Sonari, your birthday present's coming tomorrow, so stay home.
Yeah. You're having fun with that, aren't you, Mel? So.
About as much fun as you have with mine.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Back at you. Boy, that's just, that's just such a... She says a little bit, aren't you? A little bit earlier, aren't you? I think I
Oh,
may,
that's a good one.
Yeah. Guys, I think I regret showing him where to find that particular...
Yes, thank you, Lloyd.
Yeah. You know, I can mute you. I could do to you what you do to me all the time. The dogs are freaking out over the fart machine. It's a good thing I've got earbuds in, because my dogs would be running in here barking. But
Really?
yeah.
So the dogs can hear it, huh, Sonari? Do we have a dog bark, Lloyd? We don't have a dog bark. Do
Yeah,
we?
actually, I think we do. Let me check, see if I can find it.
I'm looking. I'm looking. Oh,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Of course, we've got Wild Kingdom. Welcome to Grumpy Vlogger's Wild Kingdom. Okay.
clean up
Clean
on
up in
aisle
aisle
3.
3.
That's right.
That's about it. Guys, you got to know by now, my show is just off the cuff. I do not use a script. Occasionally, I actually have something worthwhile to say. Most of the times, I don't.
And most of the time, you forget about. You forget it. So yeah.
The worthwhile stuff I do forget about. Yeah, yeah. It was, man, I can't remember what it was now, but Going back to Brent Lindley. Oh, by the way, Brent, welcome to the show. If maybe I need to go back through and see who else I missed besides Brent Lindley. I saw him say that, but then back from the sky, I got you. I welcomed you, Brent. Yeah, everybody do stop by and say hi to Nay. I mean, because he helped a lot of us. He really did, and. You know, and he didn't charge. He you know, he did a lot of good, and but you know, he's moving on to bigger and better things. So, you know, he's probably going back to working full time again. You know, I have no idea.
It was Back from the Sky that posted that announcement.
Yeah, somebody, Brent Nunley put it up there too. Yeah, well, I'm old too, Back from the Sky. That's why I remember Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. Yeah. Kingdom.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I have no idea, Chris. I don't know. He was working on one today, I saw, and I don't think he gets a lot of people watching, and that's probably why. You are right. I meet new people.
That's because he forgets who they are.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell, he'd forget who I was if I didn't join him 2 nights a week.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. I forget myself. That's why I wear this hat all the time, so it has my name up here. So in case I forget who I am, at least somebody could say, "Are you Lloyd?" That's my name.
Yeah, man.
And it's not early onset Alzheimer's.
It's funny. He really does forget, y'all. He forgets who I am sometimes. I mean,
yeah.
Sometimes I ring his phone and he says, "Hey there," when he answers. Sometimes when I ring his phone, he says, "Hello," kind of like he doesn't know who it is.
I'll tell you what, though, I did hang up on Chris Hope today before yeah.
Well, that's kind of rude.
It was. I called him right back. What happened is my phone was laying down, you know, with the face down, and it rang, and I went to pick it up, and I grabbed this button here. Well, no, this button. I just went to pick it up. I was reaching for it. If I hit that button while it's ringing, it just sends them, you know, it just turns them down, you know, and sends them off to voicemail. And I didn't do it on purpose. I know, it's hard to forget Mel, isn't it, Jim? Yeah, it's
unforgettable.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. You know, we're moving right along. It's we're coming up. We've been on here for 47 minutes, almost 50 minutes now. So, and said absolutely nothing worthwhile, except thank you.
Well, I think there's been a couple things worthwhile. I mean,
yeah, there has.
You bragged about your new desk.
Right, I did.
You congratulated and thanked Steve Carpenter.
Yes, that was worthwhile.
I mean, you bragged about your desk. You thanked Rick Caliber. You bragged about your desk. You thanked Chris Hope.
And by the way, Mel, have I told you how much I really like my new desk?
No, I don't believe you mentioned it, Lloyd.
Yeah. This guy right here sat up last night with me till midnight working on this desk because he'd actually made one for me with the red and white that would have the blue, you know, that we could use. Well, for whatever, he made it while he was here, and for whatever reason, it didn't take. So he completely, last night, redesigned this desk, and he added the layers of the red, white, and blue. And I could
cut it up, pieced it back together, changed colors, painted on it.
And I can raise it and
Erased
lower
on it, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
I can make it a higher desk or a lower desk, depending on what I want to do.
And you made it a little lower, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So it would, so
Yeah.
I could have my full everything compressed in here, right?
Now, I told Sonari she has to stay home tomorrow because there's a delivery coming, and I don't want it left on the front porch, right?
Right.
So she has to be there to get it.
Yeah, exactly.
She just asked, and Sonari, I keep saying Sonari is female, y'all, just so anybody
Right, yeah.
in doubt. But she says, dare I ask what's showing on my doorstep? Well, if you dare ask, I will tell you. One of the features is vibration.
Oh, well, she did ask,
She did.
Yeah, she did. She walked into that one.
And she can get, well, never mind. I better not go there.
Let's try and keep this at least semi-PG, although it's hard. Okay. Yeah. She goes, a washing machine.
No, you already got a washing machine.
Did you
And a
buy her a
dryer.
new scrub board? Because I know she lives in Arkansas.
Well, I didn't think it'd be that easy to figure it out, Lloyd.
You know, my dad was married.
I got her
once-
a washboard and a new set of spoons to play it with.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to tell you a story about a war sport. My dad had been married once before he married my mom. So I got had two half sisters and a half brother, and one of the sisters is still alive. She just celebrated 75 years last month. Yeah. And one passed away when she was 20 back years ago. And anyways, and then my brother's 73, something like that. 72, 73, 74.
No, no, Jim,
anyways.
we try to stay out of family drama.
There, open up another can of worms. What's the deal with original Dobo and drone worship? I have no idea. Two personalities that are, they're two alpha personalities. Just that. And they just both have, believe it or not, they probably are saying the same thing, just different ways, and they don't like the way the other one says it. That's just that simple. But
that could be.
But anyways, back to the war sport. My dad told me that with his first wife, he said right after they got married, he bought her three things for a wedding present, and there was a wash tub, a washboard, and a mirror. She goes, "What are these for?" He says, "Well, the washboard and the wash tub are so you can do laundry." She goes, "What's the mirror for?" "If you don't do the laundry, you can sit yourself in front of the mirror and watch yourself starve to death." Did I say that right? Yeah. The mirror was for if you don't do the laundry, you can sit in front of the mirror and watch yourself starve to death. Yeah. That's why it's his
So in
ex-wife.
other words, he wasn't going to let her eat if she didn't do laundry, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. That's why it was his ex-wife.
I was going to say, I'll bet I know why.
Yeah.
See, I got Sonari a washboard, and then I made it dual purpose by getting her a new set of spoons.
Oh, so she
See,
can.
that way, in between laundry loads, she can play a little music.
There you go. Yeah.
See? Multitasking, always thinking ahead. You got to stay ahead.
But She's from Arkansas, right?
Pretty easy to stay ahead of her.
Yeah, well, no, I was going to say she's from Arkansas. I was going to say she could whistle while she works, but she's from Arkansas, so she ain't got enough teeth. So
Oh no, she's got very pretty teeth.
she's got the only good ones in Arkansas. I'm
She's
I'm
got a
sorry,
very nice
Sonari.
smile.
It's just the Arkansas jokes. You can tell I'm from Oklahoma. We make fun of the people in Arkansas. It's like Ken had that gal on that show, and he says he couldn't understand what she was saying. You know, Brenda, is that her name? Anyways, whoever his assistant was on that speed trap thing he was trying to set off. And anyways, he said he couldn't understand. I said, well, the funny thing is, I understood everything she said because she talks just like my wife.
Yeah.
Because, oh God, when I met Judy and we started, when we first got married, she speaks fluent hillbilly. And I'm telling you what, I grew up in Colorado and came out from Arizona, and man, that hillbilly was hard to understand. And oh my God, her dad, he was from what they call river bottom country, and wow, they're like the Ozark hillbillies, you know. And
When we first moved to Nashville, back when I was still married,
right,
the folks next door, they were 100% born and bred in Tennessee, and she had a really good accent, you know, but he sounded like he was talking with both cheeks full of tobacco, and you couldn't hardly understand what the hell he was saying. I mean, if I listened really close,
you
I
could
could
understand.
get it, but most
Yeah.
of the time it just sounded like all the words mumbled together, you know.
Yeah. Well, Judy
What do
couldn't
you
understand.
get? Well, hang on now. What do you get when you get 10 women from Arkansas together with a full set? Oh,
Together, answer a
what do
full
you get
set
when you
of
get
teeth.
10 women in Arkansas together? You get a full set of
Set of
teeth.
teeth, yeah.
Well, by the way, you know the guy that invented the toothbrush was from Alabama. You know that, right?
Because anywhere else they would have called it the teeth brush.
Teeth
Yeah.
brush, that's right.
Yeah. Okay, I've been putting this off, but it's time for a little bit. Where the hell? You know, you're right. Where'd the damn mouse go? There we go. Okay, it is time for a little patriotic mellowness.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Just stand up. Feel proud of your country. Think good thoughts. How the hell does it do that? Well, it does that every time. All right, that's enough. It's supposed to go on for about 5 minutes and it never does. What have I done wrong? Okay, this fragment has. Huh. I gotta fix that.
Art.
Oh well. Do what?
Oh, Art. How do
How
you
do
get an Amish girl pregnant?
Two
Mennonites.
Mennonites. Oh my God. Oh, that's just wrong. That's just wrong. What did I do with that? Maybe it's here.
What do you got? 2 files, a short one and a long one?
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Actually,
Let me guess, you lost your long one.
No, the long one's there.
It's
I just
okay,
gotta
it
find.
comes with age.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. There's just don't go there, Mel. See, so I thought, because the way I have this set up, it should have been right there. Because, but you know how you can click the loop button?
Art Mataz?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Grumpy vlogger background. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. For some reason,
Are you going to find it?
yeah, eventually, there it is. Okay. See, I don't have that set up yeah, there we go. Now let's try this again. And let's try it one more time, okay? Flag my task. All right, I'm gonna try it one more time, and maybe I've got it fixed if I remember to save it. There we go. Now, it's opening from the beginning, and we can play the whole thing and annoy everybody. And here comes the creepy face. Look at that. It's kind of sneaking out from behind the flags. Isn't that just freaky? Oh yeah. All right, I've seen enough of myself now.
Well, now you see you weren't supposed to quit that so soon.
Why?
Well, because I was going to do something else and you didn't give me enough time to get it done.
Okay,
before
well
you
here
quit.
I can
No,
go back
that's-
to
no.
It's all right.
This is your show. I was just going to change the background so that when you came back, it'd be something different. But that's all
Oh,
right.
all right. Well, all right. It didn't go right to begin. Matter of fact, let me do, while I'm thinking about it, what is it we always do, Mel, at the end of, whenever we do a change? We click save. Save is our
That's
friend.
Right. Yes, that's right.
So, all right, Mel.
Lloyd?
You're on the screen. You're
Why?
solo. I don't know. I just felt like doing it.
Well, all righty then.
You got the show for
Look at
this is
there.
your 3 or 4 minutes of.
And it looks absolutely terrible. Wait a minute. No, that's running 720, so yeah, boy, my output looks terrible.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
make
it's-
it back small. It
Put you
looks
back
terrible.
small. All right. There we go. You're back.
That looks a lot better. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I'm running 720.
Yeah. It should be running great.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wonder if my card ran out while we're doing this.
Oh. Well, you're not glitching.
No, my current background is a map of Area 51, Sonari, in honor of Lloyd's studio for Area 51.
Yes, this was originally called the Area 51 Studios. I used to do one of those announcements live from Area 51 Studios. It's the Grumpy Mel show. It's actually the Grumpy Vlogger show, but it's turned into the
I
Grumpy
was gonna
Mel
say,
show.
when did you ever do that?
Yeah. Yeah. What can I say? Cardoso, welcome. Glad you made it.
Y'all
we're
want to
just-
see me mess Lloyd up? Watch this. Let me show you. Let me watch you mess Lloyd up here.
This probably will. Oh, great. Got to see myself 100 times in reflections. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's what you were trying to do, wasn't it? You were doing a live shot. Yeah.
No,
No?
no, that's not what I was doing, but that's all right.
Okay.
Cardoso, welcome.
So what's going
We got
on in the
21
chat?
likes
Let's
and
see.
22 viewers, so you're doing pretty good.
I
Not
am
a whole
doing
lot,
pretty
they're
good.
just talking amongst each other, saying hello and all that. And
Yeah.
Cassie So Sassy, welcome.
Well, hello. And you guys know that I don't do the share the love, go out. You know, if you want to check each other out, you're grown-ups. You know how to do it. You know what to
That's
do.
right. It don't need to be advertised in the channel.
Yeah,
You know, exactly.
So, just you're all adults. So, if you want to check each other out, because there's some really fine channels. Matter of fact, everybody here, I'm subscribed to. I think. I know I am. So, and every one of them are great channels. And so, I've got a different background. Let's see if I was going to try using. Let's see if I can do that real quick without messing everything up. There it is. There we go.
Set it all up in another blank. Oh, there you go.
Is
Oh,
that simple?
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Popping out in 3D. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Thought that was kind of cool. You know, gives me something different to. But I do like that newsroom one better. But I want everybody to notice that the state is red. There's a reason for that. This is what it looked like for on the electoral map in 2016. This was the only state in the union that every single county was red. So, in 2016. So, anyways, I'll get rid of that. I don't normally bring up politics on this channel, but, you know, well, yeah, I do sometimes. 'Cause everybody pretty much knows how I think. But this here is a really more important one because this is all the world internet connections. And that's what this channel is about. We got so many, what's the population? I have no clue. There's a bunch of us.
Well, that depends on how you count family members.
I don't know what the population is. I need to look that up. It's probably something I should know, you know? It's
2010 census, 579,999.
how many?
A metropolitan population exceeding 1.25 million.
Right. Yeah. I don't know why you can't do it. You have to log into your account and change it there. So you should be able to do it on your phone.
Change what?
She wants to put in her profile picture on her phone. And if you go, like if you're at home or whatever, and you got a computer, you log in on a computer and change it there, and it should be that way all the way across the board.
I had about 4 million in 2018. You have to go to your Google account.
Yeah, that's where you change it at, in your Google account. 3.9 million. Okay. So, yeah. But I think Tulsa's, I think they're up in the 2 million mark. They're one of the bigger, I don't know if they're number one or number two, because it's between Oklahoma City and Tulsa. Are the two biggest cities in the. We used to be third. We're down to about 13 now, and we got a population of about. Well, I've lived here since '81. Yeah, and we've had a population of about 40,000 since 1981. You know. The old people die off and the young people have kids, so it's pretty well balanced out, you know.
Yep.
But one of the things I was going to tell you about, and I talked about it on your show, and if you guys haven't got a chance to see that, it's called They Shall Not Grow Old, which is a Peter Jackson movie about World War One. It is just an unbelievably good movie. I mean, there's a lot of it still in black and white, but just the way he does it, it's just, it's an astounding. It's like somebody wrote up there in the reviews, why didn't it get an Academy Award? Because it should have. Because,
Right.
I mean, I think it's like $10.99 on Amazon Prime. And it's well worth $10. There's a lot of movies you're going to pay $20 for that are absolute garbage, you know.
Yeah. Exactly.
And this one, it just gives you a whole different outlook. My grandfather and Judy's grandfather were both in World War One, and you know, that's a matter of fact that's a side story. My mother was born in 1921. But in 1918 or 19, my great-grandmother got one of those black bordered telegrams that said that her son had been killed in action, and he was killed in action. But my mother was born 2 years after that. Turned out, as they were going through picking up bodies, and they had toe tagged them based on whether they were going to make it, they said, "Oh, this one's dead." And he sits up and he says, "Like hell I am." And they rushed him. He got hit. He was at the Battle of the Argonne Forest, and he got hit in the chest with a piece of shrapnel. He had a big scar right there where he'd taken on this big chunk of metal. I thought it gone through his heart, but it didn't, and he lived to be 71. Died in 1968.
Awesome. So, you know what I would like to do? I'd like to bring a little bit of special attention to our very good friend Chris Hope. Chris, thank you for everything you do for Lloyd and I both. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, yes. Yes, absolutely. I definitely appreciate it, That's for you, Chris. He does a lot. You guys, I think he's at a baseball game, or he was at his granddaughter's baseball game. He had two to go to tonight, and his wife went to one, and he went to the other one because they were like 40 miles apart. So...
one of them got their baseball mitts handed to them.
Oh, really? Uh-oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's what he was saying in there.
Uh-oh.
So, Lloyd.
Yes. It's getting about that time, isn't it? It's that lag. Gets you every time. So... we've managed to go on for over an hour of absolute chaos and silliness. And, Mel?
And we had some really good stuff, too.
We did. And
I mean, you did. You talked about some really good stuff. You mentioned your new desk 3 or 4 times.
This desk, yeah, this is a great desk. Yeah, I appreciate it, Hey, Mel?
Yeah, Chris is a big help to everybody. He really is.
Chris does a lot of stuff. He's very supportive of the community. I mean, Ken Herron's mentioned him. I don't know anybody that does a live show that he doesn't, that he follows, that he hasn't had some contact with to wish him well. He always calls me or texts me and says, good luck on my show. And then he comes in for your show and mine, and he posts his stuff up like Steve is doing tonight. He's
with the spin up,
the spin up stuff. And guys, don't forget, next month it goes up again, doesn't it? Or another month?
Is it another month?
Another month. Okay, yeah. But yes, Grant, this is a new desk. Yeah.
Is it a new desk?
Yes. This guy right here made it for me last night. In case I had mentioned it before, I meant to. At least once.
Which guy? What guy? Where?
Yeah. Mr. Invisible there. Oh, we've had way too much fun on the show tonight, and
And it went by really quick.
it did. I was surprised. I looked down at the clock
you
and I
know
go,
what?
"Oh, what?"
You know what? You kept it out too. You kept it. You kept it right out.
I kept it out of the toilet for a change. I managed to, I mean, we only did that a couple of times. Yes, Chris is a very good asset to the community. And what's Spin Up about? Spin Up is being held in Austin. Is that where it's at?
Spin Up is in Austin, Texas. It's a gathering event for drone pilots, people interested in drones, YouTube creators, people interested in YouTube. It's kind of a YouTube drone community meetup. Last year we had like some 60 people there, and Kelly mentioned the other day that he's already got more signed up than last year. So it's going to be even bigger this year.
And that's good because he lost money on that deal last year, and
I'm sure he did.
And there's some pretty good sponsors. They're going to have some giveaways and stuff like that, and some good speakers.
Not only is DJI sponsoring a giveaway, but they're actually going to have a speaker there.
They're going to have a speaker there.
Representative there this year.
All right.
Yep.
And there's Mr.
Jerry Calverley,
who I'm sure will be a Spin Up.
He's the man responsible for me dumping my little tiny quad off in the woods.
You're blaming Jerry for it? Why are you blaming Jerry for it?
Well, it certainly couldn't have been my fault.
Yeah, it could have been. Just because you suck at flying. Well, those things. Sorry, Mel. Did I hurt your feelings? Did I tell you I got a really nice desk? You said you walked into that one. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, in case you guys haven't figured it out, Mel's got the same soundboard that I do now. We last week or week before we sat together and figured out whatever it took to.
Well, I had two really good ones.
You had good ones, but they were hard.
I wanted something a little better.
Yeah, and this is a nice one because it's so easy to organize, and you can put all your favorites up front.
Yeah, I haven't even taken time to do that yet.
Yeah.
I got to figure out what all my favorites are.
I don't know, Grant. He says, who wound up my spring tonight? I have no clue. It's just,
Good night, Brent. Thanks for stopping in, brother.
Yeah, Brent. Thank you. I always appreciate you coming in. So, with that said and done, one more time, I want to thank Rick for a very, very nice gift. And I definitely appreciate that.
Can I also give Rick a thanks? I'd like to give Rick a thanks for a very, very nice gift as well.
Yeah, anybody can get one of those, but not everybody has one of these.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think he's thinking that's quite the gift that he intended for you to have.
No, unfortunately, I got to give that one back.
Yeah, well, Thanks, Brent. I appreciate it. And yeah, Jerry says he'd like to have a tumbler like that, Mel. Yeah, like yours. Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, except the tumbler was yours.
Well, yeah. I mean, but the tumbler that you got from Rick, was different than the tumbler I got.
Oh.
I think that's what his
Well, that's
reference was.
true.
Yeah, yeah. This is a sweet
Yeah.
tumbler,
Yeah,
man.
and
I
I
was
got to
just,
give mine back.
I was just impressed because, well, I mean, you know, it's U.S. Air Force, which of course I am an Air Force veteran, and this part right here, just because that's enameled stainless, you know, it's actually, you know, three-dimensional. So, and
Yep. Hello, Trevor.
hey, Trevor, how you doing? All right. Well, as much as I hate to do this, I think we're
Well-
going to have to pull the plug here pretty quick.
Yeah, I think you're about an hour and a quarter into it.
Yeah, yeah, which is about what we generally run. So, you're getting disconnected. You keep getting disconnected. Oh man, how am I?
Well, keep coming back, Cardoso. Welcome back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because it shows my stream is going pretty good. So, I haven't seen any buffering
Yeah.
problems.
Nope, I've been keeping an eye on it. It's been
Have
looking
you?
good the whole time.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So, well, Mel,
okay,
I think
Lloyd,
we're going to call.
Thank you for having me.
Well, and thank you for always co-hosting with me. You know I appreciate it, and I always enjoy it when we get together. And
Yep.
we always seem to have fun. So, guys, for Mel and myself, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Don't forget, Mel's show is on Sunday at 7:45 p.m. Central Daylight Time. 7:30ish, 7:45, and don't forget, I also co-host with at Arch Place, which is his conservative political talk show that we do together on Sunday afternoons at 2 o'clock Central, 1 p.m. Mountain Time, and 3 o'clock Eastern Time. So on Sunday afternoon. So I'm kind of busy on Sundays, and thank you, everybody. Thanks, Jim, Peter, Rick, Trevor, all of you guys. Sonari, always good seeing you. Is it Cassie? Is that her name? And, of course, Chris Hope.
Cassie, yep.
Yep. Back from the sky. Jerry, glad you got here, even if it was a little behind. But that's okay. It will be up for replay later. And Cardoso, I know you've been getting kicked in. Weedman Photography, there I go missing one. I saw you pop in, and I forgot to say hi. Jim Crinan. Let's see, who else have I said? Cassie, Rick, Help at Home, Artco, Chris Hope was always there to help out, and Steve Carpenter, I know you were in here, and I appreciate you stopping by, taking time out of your busy day. Grant, Mr. Stay
Jim
Drunk.
Crinan, Jerry Calverley. Yep, everybody.
Yeah. So, guys, with that, I'm going to kick on the timer, and I'll come back to say a word or two after it's over. And you guys have a good week, and I'll have some vlogs probably starting Wednesday, and we'll see you guys.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, guys. Okay, everybody. One final goodbye and thank you very much from myself and my co-host who has gone to get him a cup of coffee, I think. But guys, come back. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys next week. And I am the Grumpy Vlogger, and I will see you guys later. Bye-bye for now.